a lot of folks, okay, in this lifetime say, well, I'm doing all these great things and I'm doing it without God. Okay, I don't need God in my life to get, God's a crutch. God is a handicap. We got to be so careful of this right here, because I was literally, I think how Satan can also, quote unquote, bless you. Because Satan has gifts to offer you. Satan has things in which he can give you that mimic God, but they're not of God at all. See, Satan will sit there, okay, people say, well, I never needed God my whole life. I watch these Christians and how much trials and tribulations they have to go through. But you know what? My life has been perfect. I had to go through all those issues. And look at me. I haven't had to ask nobody for a dime ever. I've been rich my whole life. But don't you understand what's taking place? Okay, Satan doesn't need to attack you because he already got you. Okay, a man, what good is for a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? Why would Satan try to turn your head if he already has you? Okay, he doesn't want you to stop what you're doing. He doesn't want you to trust in God. Right? He already got you. Why does he need to bother you? See, when you look at things like that right there, you need to understand, okay, just because your life is good and comfortable from your perspective doesn't mean that you're saved. Doesn't mean that your soul is right with God. You got to be so careful of judging others about something that you don't even know. The other side of it is also, remember what I said just a few minutes here earlier, that Satan also has gifts and blessings in which he can give you. I want you guys to get this so deep on the inside of you. Look at what he did to Jesus. Real quick, guys. I know we'll come back. Let's go to Matthew chapter 4. Matthew chapter 4. And I want to talk about when Jesus was in the desert being tested. Because I want you to see what Satan said to him, right? And I want you to see what he offered him. Because a lot of people forget this. Let's pick up in Matthew chapter 4, verse 7. This is probably the main one. Verse 7. Jesus said to him, again it is written, you should not put your Lord your God to the test. Again the devil took him to the very high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and their glory. Here, look at it. Verse 8. Look at it. The devil took him to a very high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and their glory. And he said to him, all these I will give you if you will fall down and worship me. What did Satan just tell Jesus? Okay, he showed him all these kingdoms. They just right here in Scripture. All these kingdoms the devil showed him. Said, all these I will give you if you will fall down and worship me. Now, I need you guys to understand that the devil has gifts, okay, that he can give you. So just because somebody's rich in the world, doesn't mean they're blessed by God. It does not mean that. Because people go about things, to get material things, wicked ways. Wicked ways can have nothing to do with God. We got to be so careful of looking outward or looking at outward things and think, well, that's the blessing of God on someone's life. It can easily be the blessing of Satan on someone's life. Why? Because Satan has these things to offer. And people forget that. So does Satan have money? Yes. If he has kingdoms, he has nothing but money he can give you. He has nothing but ways that he can set your life up. He has nothing but ways, that would mimic a so-called blessing from God. But it's not the real thing.